Hello, I'm Hal Ottaway with the Wichita Postcard Club, and it's time once again for a postcard of the week. Now we are just a few days away from our October 2 Wichita Postcard Club meeting. And that's why we're meeting today, or what we're going to incorporate in this presentation. We're going to introduce you to my friend and New York postcard collector extraordinaire. You would not believe what this man has. But his name is Mariampolski, and we're just delighted to have him here all the way from New York. And please tell us a little bit about your presentation that you'll be giving this coming Saturday, October 2.
Okay, hi Hal, and hello everyone in Wichita and beyond. I'll be doing a presentation this Saturday that I call Trains, Local and Express. It's part of a larger project that I've been developing called Wish You Were Here, which is a postcard history of New York. The presentation on trains looks at the history of postcards of New York City trains very broadly, and covers the beginnings of train travel in New York as far back as the postcard era, and ends in about the 1960s, when train travel in New York began to recede. But what we have here is a history of the growth of trains in New York, trains when they were the most important mode of transportation in New York. And we look at the development and decline of various systems. First of all, the famous elevated system, which was the first inter-borough, intercity mode of train travel. The elevated system became unfeasible and was pretty much torn down between the 1930s and the 1950s. Then we look at the development of the subways and the local and regional trains in New York City. And then we look at some of the long distance trains that served New York City and connected New York City to the rest of the country. So that's pretty much the focus of our presentation, Hal.
Well, that's wonderful. Did you have any postcards that you wanted to show today?
Yeah, there were two postcards that I wanted to show off. I'm very proud that both of these are in my collection. The first one shows the 20th century, probably the most famous train that came into New York. And this is the 1938 Art Deco version of the 20th century. The Art Deco design is by Henry Dreyfuss, and the card promotes the 16-hour New York to Chicago service, which they say was along the water route. That was to distinguish the 20th century, which was a train line developed by the New York Central from its competitor from the Pennsylvania Railroad, which was known as the Broadway Limited, which went through the mountains. The New York Central train went along the Hudson River, the Mohawk River, the Erie Canal, and it was a level water route, so it was able to go faster. And they promoted that advantage of it. This is also one of the most, I'd say, beautiful examples of Art Deco design. The train itself was exhibited at the Transportation Pavilion of the 1939 World's Fair. And this card itself is an example of a card that was sold on the train. And on the back, it has a cancellation and a cachet indicating that it was mailed on the first day of the train's run in 1938.
Wow. Beautiful.
The second card is also of the New York Central's 20th century service. When they decided to convert to diesel in 1945, they developed this version of the locomotive, of the train. And you can see that this one is also in, it's a wonderful design. It's in what they call streamlined modern style, and shows the train arriving at Grand Central Station in New York, being welcomed by a big crowd, and the people on the train happy to see the big crowd that's come there to meet them.
Oh, just wonderful. I mean, both of these, this just a little bit of the taste of what we have planned for you for Saturday at our Postcard Club meeting, October 2, and try to, the show, no, not the show, but the program itself starts about 2 o'clock. And we would like for you to arrive here about 1:45, and we'll say hello to everybody. We'll get connected, and all of us in the windows and so forth. And we'll start the meeting at 2, and I'll introduce Hi at that point again. And then we are on for a ride for, you will, well, you'll love it. You'll enjoy it. And we look forward to seeing you, Hi, next Saturday. And
don't be late. Don't miss the train.
There you go. I like that. Good attitude. So we'll see you on Saturday. Bye-bye.
Thank you.